starts now.
First at 6, a former Pawleys Island Christian Academy teacher tells News 13 she feels betrayed after learning a registered sex offender was volunteering at the church's school. Thanks for joining us. I'm Adriana Lawrence. We first told you last night at 11, Warren Perry was arrested on a probation violation. The 70-year-old was convicted in 2023 on a sexual exploitation of a minor charge and is not allowed to work near children. News 13's Cameron Townsend is live tonight in Pawleys Island. And Cameron, the former teacher, says many parents who have pulled their children out of the school are now wondering where their children will go just weeks before classes begin.
Adriana, the former teacher, tells me this isn't just about what happened. It's about the people she trusted. And now she's speaking out because she believes other parents deserve to know what she claims happened inside the school.
I use these people on my adoption paperwork as a reference for my character. His wife and my director hosted my baby shower. Like, very much ingrained, trusted these people with my life. I would have never in a million years thought that they would allow something like this.
That's the betrayal Eliza Perez says she's still trying to process. After learning a registered sex offender had been volunteering at the church's school, she says it changed the way she looks at the people she once called family.
It was very much encouraged to integrate him in our lives.
Perez says Warren Perry was not just someone who stopped by either. She claims he was a familiar face around campus and someone students knew by name.
Looking back now, the fact that they knew this all along, it's just even more sick. It should have never happened.
Perez says she has since resigned and says parents are starting to pull their own children out of the school. With classes set to begin August 3rd, she says many families are now left trying to find a new school. I attempted to reach out to the church for comment but was unable to get a response. The pastor is currently holding a meeting with the congregation and News 13 has crews inside. We'll bring you those updates at 11. Reporting live in Pawleys Island, Cameron Townsend, News 13.
Cameron, thank you. Developing tonight, a death investigation in Florence. Police say a body was found in a car on Sewanee Avenue after a homeowner reported a foul odor. Officials say the vehicle had sat unused on the property for a long time. The body will be sent for an autopsy to determine a cause of death. And an investigation is underway in Robeson County after crews found a bone on a construction site. You can see that construction site here. The sheriff's office says workers found the bone yesterday afternoon while moving dirt. A search of the site turned up more bone fragments. At last word, officials had not determined if the bones are human. Count on News 13 for updates. Florence officials have taken a new approach managing water issues. Sarah Hickman is the city's new water resources director. She'll oversee water production operations at both surface water and groundwater treatment plants. News 13's Eric Cooper is live tonight in Florence. And Eric, you had a chance to speak with Hickman. What does she have to say about her new role?
Well, Adriana, Sarah Hickman not only brings nearly 20 years of experience to the job, she's also a Florence native.
I'm excited to be back here in my hometown and join the incredible team at the City of Florence. I do have experience in the industry both on the water side and the wastewater side, so I thought Florence would be a great fit, and I think I have a lot to contribute to the organization.
Sarah Hickman was brought in to oversee water production operations for the City of Florence. The South Florence and Francis Marion University alum has received international honors for her expertise in water quality and treatment, something Catherine Sanderson welcomes after having water quality issues at her home.
Well, we as a family decided to do a reverse osmosis. I started to see what I thought was rust in the water. After a year, I have a filter that is pretty orange. So I am taking it's from the rust that's in the water. So I feel like for my family, I just had to do that.
Hickman previously worked for the City of Columbia Metro Wastewater Treatment Plant, the largest wastewater treatment facility in South Carolina, and is ready for the challenge.
We're all doing the same job, providing clean, safe, reliable drinking water and also treating wastewater before it re-enters the environment. So a lot of the challenges are the same, but I'm sure I'll face some new ones here as well.
Sanderson says she's glad the new director is on the job.
It is the most exciting thing I've heard all month, if not all year. I'm on sites on Facebook and people in the community do complain about their water. So having somebody that's focused and that they're geared toward fixing the water system here, I think is a huge positive for Florence.
Now, Hickman says that her office is always open to hear problems and concerns. And in order to do that, you can go to our website at wbtw.com. Reporting live in Florence, Eric Cooper, News 13.
Eric, thank you. Real estate brokers from across the state met in Myrtle Beach this morning for the first Regional Broker Summit. The event was organized by realtor associations from across the state, including the Coastal Carolina Association of Realtors. News 13's Maddie Cottisbody is live at the Marina Inn at Grand Dunes, where the summit was held. And Maddie, this event focused on the use of AI in the industry.
That's right, Adriana. The summit helped introduce these brokers to the growing world of AI and the ways in which it could benefit the real estate industry. As AI continues to evolve, so do industries around the world. One of those industries is real estate.
It's being used a lot differently now, and how can you utilize AI to streamline your operations to make sure that you are teaching your agents everything they need to know.
On Wednesday, brokers from across South Carolina met in Myrtle Beach for a regional broker summit with an emphasis on emerging AI trends. Myrtle Beach brokers Bill Yates and Jeff Casterline say they came to the event to stay ahead of the growing trends.
Big impact on our industry for real estate, so we're just trying to stay in the forefront.
A lot of people are starting their searches on AI now instead of search engines, so need to stay in front of it, and all the code writing capabilities, the tech capabilities, things like that.
During the summit, attendees heard from industry leaders about their experiences with AI. Presentations were also given on different apps and programs built to assist agents with day-to-day operations. Brianne Bender with the Coastal Carolina Association of Realtors says these presentations were meant to show the potential partnership between AI and agents.
Nothing can replace the agent's institutional knowledge about what's happening in that marketplace, what's selling in that neighborhood. So it's figuring out how best to marry what's going on with AI and traditional real estate.
As Horry County continues to grow and more people move to the area, Casterline says the industry can keep up with changes in AI, but it will take some work.
I think certain brokerages and certain agents will, and some won't. So I think that they need to put the time in to learn it because it's here to stay.
Bender says based on the response the summit received, they hope to turn this into an annual event. Live in Myrtle Beach, Maddie Cottisbody, News 13.
Maddie, thank you. Tonight, a News 13 update. A Florence County Animal Rescue is helping the St. Francis Animal Shelter in Georgetown County after the recent rescue of more than 100 dogs. Last week, we told you deputies found the dogs along with nearly a dozen cats in a home in the Wedgefield subdivision in what authorities call unlivable conditions. Investigators also found 125 dead dogs on the property. Myra Horowitz, founder and CEO of Lucky Dog Animal Rescue, says they took in 18 dogs from St. Francis and hope to take in more despite their limited space.
It's so taxing on the staff who have to deal with the problems that these animals have, whether they're medical or psychological or behavioral. And so that's why I think the best way to deal with these types of situations is once they are into a shelter that is kind of the source intake shelter, you spread them out so that different rescues and different shelters and different organizations can give the individualized attention that you need to give.
Horowitz hopes to send the dogs in their care to foster homes in the Washington, D.C. area in the next 2 weeks. Authorities condemned the house where the animals were found because of the conditions inside. The two homeowners face a number of charges, including animal cruelty and improper burial of animals. Well, this popular longtime grocery store is closing. The Conway IGA has been in business for about 6 decades. A company spokesperson says the store will close in early September. News 13's Morgan Baker has a reaction from shoppers.
My mother said that she used to come here when she was younger. She was born in 1936, and now I started coming here.
The Conway IGA has been a staple in the Conway community for decades when it first opened back in the 1960s, and many Conway residents are sad to see it go.
There's not many grocery stores in Conway. It's a shame this one's closed.
According to a spokesperson with IGA's corporate, the store will be closing in early September, and their store employees will be offering positions at other KJ's Market or IGA stores. As for a reason for the closure, all they said was it was a difficult business decision. They're currently having a closing sale with select departments marked at just over 30% off and others at 25%. A shopper I spoke with says it will be a pain to have to go to a different grocery store.
Well, I hate to make that left turn going into Walmart on Highway 501. So it was a great location too. I come here usually 2 or 3 times out of the week to pick up odds and ends. I'm going to hate to see it go.
Besides the IGA, there's a Food Lion about a mile up the road and a Walmart 2 miles away on Church Street. Reporting in Conway, Morgan Baker, News 13.
Thank you, Morgan. A new traffic pattern will soon open to drivers in Florence County. This is a look at crews finishing up work at Paper Mill and East National Cemetery roads. South Carolina DOT crews realigned the intersection to improve safety and traffic flow. A new stop sign will also go on East Cemetery Road for drivers approaching Highway 76. The improvements will open to drivers this Friday. And an update tonight on the 12,000 square foot expansion to Conway Medical Center's Health Plaza South campus in Socastee. The more than $20 million expansion to the facility on Highway 707 will feature an 8-bed emergency department, imaging services, and 24/7 emergency care. CMC says the medical plaza is on track to open early next year. Next on News 13, the field is set for the 2026 World Cup final. We'll tell you which teams will move on to New Jersey. And Frank has your most accurate forecast when News 13's local coverage you can count on continues.